You're almost there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep the speed. Drop down. Come on.
Nice, Brannen.
Come on.
It's new show. It's new show. Why is it called new show? Nobody knows. It's new show.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another new show for you. This is the last one in our summer cycle. This workout is a fun one, and it is a retest for all those that are in our online program, TTT Compete. Right here on your screen, 10 rounds for time, 15 or 12 calorie row, that's male, female respectively, and 15 burpees to a reach. You're gonna get after it today, have some fun, beat your old time. But here's the one thing, I'm demoing the workout.
So I'm Brannen, Mia. Me Brannen? Am I crushing it so far? All right, so. Say what is? What is? Yes, you did. He said the workout, right? I think he's nervous.
We also got Allison.
Allison is also demoing the workout. Yay. She's gonna crush it. She's so excited.
Who's Allison? Tell us about Allison.
Allison is a multi-time semifinal athlete. She is very, very good on the machines. She's also very good at burpees, so we'll see if she can keep up with Brannen. Well, I said very, very on machines, and I just gave you one very for burpees. It's all relative. All right, you guys ready?
Are we ready?
Brannen, what do you need to know about Brannen? He's not very fit. He never trains. He's not very strong. Where's the remote? Oh, Lisa, kick us off.
Ready?
So when Brannen started this progression with you guys at the beginning of the cycle, he tested a 15:38, and his goal is to beat that and be under 15 minutes, which is a 90-second split, I believe, if my math is correct, which it might not be. So he said that he was going to start out aggressive on the rower for the first 5 rounds at about 1800. He's at 1762 right now. Allison is at 1180. She said she was going to be between 1,000 and 1,100 on the row. Her approach was a little bit more smooth, where Brannen was to go out at a quicker split and then allow for a little bit of deterioration. So the Brannen specialty on burpees is he leads with his chest, makes contact with his chest first, and then pushes his hips into the ground and pops up and kind of uses that momentum. This is a really good strategy to keep your arms fresh and to help you get your chest to the ground quicker, and use your hips to help pop up. And then he's doing that double leg pop up. So Allison is stepping up, which is also very smart and what most people are probably going to do in this workout. Looks like she is alternating legs right now. Yeah, so she's alternating every rep, which is also smart. I would recommend definitely coming up with a plan on how you want to step up. You don't necessarily have to alternate every single leg. What I like to do on 6-inch touch burpees is to do like 3 reps left leg, 3 reps right leg, but still have a plan in my switch there, so I'm not always stepping up with the same leg. All right, 1 round down. Brannen is back on the rower. He is in the 1600s. Oh, he's done with the rower. That was so fast, I missed it. And he also said his goal was a 3-second per rep burpee, which is very fast for a burpee to reach. A bar-facing burpee is usually going to cycle a little bit quicker. The 3-second per rep is usually more sustainable for athletes, and you'll see higher level athletes be more in like the 2.5. I don't know, Brannen's the data guy, so he's probably going to tell me I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that before. So pretty quick cycle rate here still for Brannen. He looks exactly the same. Something Allison does really well on burpees, she's not doing the chest down first, but she's kind of flopping her body to the ground, so she's not controlling the eccentric with her arms. Chris is not watching right now. Chris, can you go to Allison real quick? So she has soft elbows on the way down and kind of plops her chest to the ground. And that's a really good way to make sure that you're not using your triceps on the eccentric of the burpee, which is actually where a lot of people will slow the rep down And it's a little counterintuitive because you're using more of your arms on that eccentric. So finding a way to get your chest down faster, whether it's what Brannen does, which is the lead with your chest, or Allison's version, which I like to call the plop, very scientific. He's what?
39-second row.
So Brannen's rows are about 39-second right now, which he said under 40 seconds is what he wanted to be able to hold that 90-second split. It looks like he's going faster now. If you don't know anything about Brannen, he pretends like he's not fit, but he somehow is always flying, especially on burpee machine workouts. That is something that he is world class in. He will never admit to it, but he could probably hang with some pretty high level athletes there. So his transition into the rower here, you see he puts one foot in, already had his hand on the handle, and then slides his other foot in so that he can get the wheel moving quickly, and he gets to his working pace within 3 pulls. He's got a pretty quick stroke rate right now, 33, 32, which is necessary if you're trying to row as aggressive as he is. For a lot of people in this workout, that's not very realistic. So being somewhere between the mid-20s to the low 30s is probably a little bit more sustainable. But what you want to focus on that is making sure that you are not using a lot of arm on the pull so that you can keep your burpee speed quick. So he is flying on the rower, by the way, and on the burpees. They're at 4:45 on the clock now, so just about a third of the way through. I'm assuming this will be finishing his 5th round. Mike, is this his 5th round? Finish 4. Oh yeah, I did the math wrong in my head. That makes more sense. Sorry guys, I'm not good at math, and especially not quickly. All right, so Allison is in the thousands on the rower, which is what she said she wanted to hold. It looks like she knocked her damper down, or actually no, I was looking at Brannen's damper, so it's probably the same, but a fairly low damper here so that she can use a lot of leg drive and not smoke her arms. That's pretty smart. Brannen on the rower quickly again. He is above 1700, which is just, he's crushing it right now. Mike just said he was at a 124 round. In order to hit his goal, he needs to stay below 90 seconds, so he's there for now. He did say he wanted his first 5 rounds to be faster, to bank some time, so we'll see what the next 5 rounds look like with that approach. Knowing Brannen, they're still going to be fast. So Allison's still moving at a very smooth pace here. She's alternating her legs on the step-ups, getting her chest down to the ground quickly. I know compared to Brannen, their paces look fairly different, but she's actually moving really fast on burpees as well. It's just this step up is gonna be a little bit slower than the jump up, but for most of you, that's what you should be doing, because if you try to jump up for all of these reps, especially if you didn't train that way for the progression, it's probably not gonna last, and you're not gonna have a good time because it's 150 burpees. So back on the rower, we're at 8 seconds. He's above 1600. So we say the get to pace by 3 pulls. I like to think of it as 3 pulls or either 3 pulls or 6 seconds. So sometimes when you're in a workout like this, it's kind of hard to do 3 stronger pulls at the beginning to get that pace really high. So you can take the approach of smaller choppy pulls where maybe you're doing 5 pulls before you get to your working pace, but you're still there in about 6 seconds because you're doing those quick little pulls. So either option is fine as long as you're getting to that working pace quickly. Let's go, Allison. So Brannen is on his 6th round, finishing 6, and then Allison's finishing 5. Frank is counting very attentively right now, so he can't answer me, but I'm pretty sure she's finishing 5. Still moving really smoothly. She hasn't taken any breaks on burpees, and it looks like her pace hasn't slowed down a ton. Maybe a little bit on the touch and then getting the hands back down to the ground, which is pretty normal when you're looking at this kind of a burpee. That's where I will see a lot of people slow down, is touch and then hands come down a little bit slower, but she's still moving at a really quick pace that is sustainable for 150 burpees, which is the goal here. Brannen is at a 1650 on the rower, which is what he wanted for the back half of this workout. He wanted to be in the 1600s, and it looks really smooth still. And he's starting his 7th round. So if you've done 10-round workouts, which I'm sure a lot of you have, this is where it counts. The first half, usually you're on the fresher side and you're able to keep a smooth pace. But then when you get past the halfway mark and you're in that like 6, 7, 8, the finish line still feels like it's far away. But this is where you could really bleed a lot of time. So you'll see really high-level athletes be able to mentally grind through these, like, call them the dark rounds, the rounds that you don't have the finish line to pull you through, and you really have to dig and find your heart, I guess, or your grinding pace in the middle and not bleed time, because you can only do so much with a kick to make up time that you would lose in the middle. So Brannen is moving really, really well here. He's still getting his chest down to the ground very quickly. So something he did there that is very smart, he took a quick break on burpees, but his burpee pace still stayed fast. So that's a way to mitigate fatigue a little bit. If you need to take a little bit of a break, take a couple breaths, but then you have to make sure that your speed per rep stays the same, which is what he did there. Allison has same pace here, still nice and smooth. Yeah, she looks really good. She's holding her row pace, holding her burpee pace. Brannen is in the dark rounds. Finished up his row. Come on, B. Let's go, Brannen. You got this. Come on. He's in round 8. So he's got to get through this round, and then what I like to say is when you start the 9th of 10th round, you only have one hard round left, because the 10th round is just the kick. Everyone can kick, but can everyone be strong in that 9th round? I bet Brannen can, or I know Brannen can. So he's picking up his tempo there. Seemed like he did a couple reps to start that were, I'm not going to say slow because they weren't slow, slower than his fast pace, and that probably helped him to transition into that quicker pace. And then he did a handful of reps fast, and now he's back into getting to the ground fast, a couple step-up reps in there. I mean, he's moved so fast throughout this that now he's just kind of doing what he can to hang on to that lead that he built for himself. I mean, he's definitely on pace for his goal. Now, I wonder if there's anyone in TTT Compete, and this isn't an invitation for anyone out there in the world who just sees this and is like, oh yeah, this is a wheeled house workout, let me prove that I can beat Brannen. If you've been doing, which there's probably not that many people that can, but if you've been in the program and you think that you can beat Brannen in this, let us know in the water cooler or in the comments, and be really interested to see if anyone out there can match this. Let's go, B. All right, so his row pace is a little slower on just the last 2 calories, which is really smart to get him to transition. Come on, Brannen, let's go. Come on, you got this. All right, he's on the 9th round. So this is really the last round that he has to grind through and make sure that he doesn't lose that lead that he gained on those earlier rounds, because on that 10th round, he's just going to sell out to get through it. Come on, Brannen, you got it.
Settle in, recover.
Nice, Brannen. Come on. Man, he is fighting. It's cool how he can keep that same pace. He'll take a couple breaths and then just go into quick reps again. That's really impressive to be able to do that this deep into the workout, that many burpees in. I mean, he's about to be, what is it, 135 burpees in? All right.
Come on, burn it down. Last set.
Last round for Brannen, so he's in the rower. Come on, Brannen. He's got to get to pace. Nice, B. Good, so he's at 1760, so definitely a kick here, and it's still going up, 1850. He has 6 calories, 5 calories left in the 1700s. You got this, Brannen. Come on. You're crushing it, Brannen. Last cow, finishing it up. And here we go, 15 burpees. Come on, Brannen, let's go, let's go. Come on. All right, here he goes. This is very, very impressive. Come on, Brannen, let's go. He's at 14 minutes on the clock. Come on, Brannen. Travis, come on.
Come on, Brannen. He can do it. He can do it. Come on. I believe in him. Come on.
Go, B.
You're almost there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Keep moving.
Keep the speed. Drop down. Come on.
Nice, Brannen.
Come on.
Come on. Let's go. Good, Brannen.
Come on, Brannen.
He is flying. 1432. Come on, Brannen. 1435. So that's is that over a minute faster than his last pace. And he stands up because he's Brannen.
Do another round.
All right, Allison's got 2 more rounds. So her row pace has dropped off some, but that's smart at this point. You still have a decent amount of burpees left, so you want to make sure that you are moving smoothly and able to transition onto the burpees and move. And a note here, this is Allison's pre-test. She is starting the progression now, whereas Brannen just finished it. So she's setting her time for her to run the progressions off of and then retest after doing the progressions that you guys have all done. Nice. So moving really smoothly on burpees. She's doing a good job with soft elbows on the way down, getting her chest down, quick step up, and quick touch. So burpees look really smooth. It's at 15:55 on the clock. Nice, Allison, you got this.
5 more, come on.
There you go. 5 more, you got this. Good. Yeah, really smooth burpee set here, especially this deep into it. I think it's smart for her to slow down her row pace and keep these moving pretty quickly. When you're that deep into the density of this burpee workout, it's hard to expect yourself to keep a stronger row pace and also keep a quick burpee pace. So you can continue to tick over calories even if it's a little bit slower on the rower, but burpees, if you're taking rest breaks, you're not getting any work done. So makes sense to slow the row pace down and try to keep that burpee pace up for Allison. So last round here. Nice and smooth on the rower. And I'm sure she's getting mentally ready to push that last set of burpees and be done with this workout. We're at 17 minutes on the clock. Brannen, was that even hard?
It's pretty hard. The burpees got really hard. I've been training the last 5 weeks, and they're still like, you get to the last 50 or 60, and man, it's a grind. But the row felt good the whole time. I felt like I was under control there. I could have sped up, slowed down, but the burpees kept blowing me up.
Let's go, Allison. All right, last set of burpees for Allison. So Frank's counting out loud, so we'll know where she is. So really good kick here. She's getting herself down fast, and now she's hopping her feet up, which is quicker than what she was doing. So she's definitely kicking here. Really good kick. She's at 8 reps. Nice, Allison. Come on. 5 more. Atta girl. 150 burpees in. Great sprint finish. Nice. 18:05 for her pre-test, and she's going to run through all those progressions that you guys have, and I'm sure she's going to crush that time, even though that was a really good first time. All right. Do you want me to say anything else? Yeah, I talked to Brannen a little bit. Do you have more to say, Brannen?
Make sure you pace it well. Watching me, I think people probably go out hot, but I knew I could go out hot because I've been training it. And in my intervals, I've been going at 18 to 2,000 calories per hour in the row and then trying to keep under 3 seconds. I knew I couldn't sustain that, but I could do 5 rounds there, bank some time, and then slow it down to that 90 to 95 second mark. And I think I did that well, but I don't know if you're not training that, it's gonna be really hard to do it. So I would try to find a sustainable pace throughout where like Allison at the end, she kicked way better than I did. So having that kick at the end is a really good sign that you paced it correctly.
Good luck, everybody. Beat your original scores. See you later.